Hello, greetings, good morning, good afternoon, or evening from where you're reaching out to me. My name is Augustine, and I'm one of the members within the Simply Brilliant community. And this morning, I'm here to give us a review of yesterday's mass adoption meeting. If you're just tuning into my broadcast for the first time, I would appreciate it if you can like, share, and subscribe. One of my responsibilities in this community is to ensure that the right informations are being passed across from the administration. And then whichever thing that needs to be known or passed across to the community, I would also do so. Um, Within the next few minutes, I'm going to be sharing with us what the administration talked about in yesterday's mass adoption meeting. And I would also give us the necessary actions we need to take to see that we remain in the community and build our membership base to a substantial number. The intent of the administration this year is to see that we are able to fill out the billionaire category, which is about 1 million. And with one united mind, everything is possible. Okay. Yes. So on that note, I'll quickly be sharing my screen so that we can move into the main content of today. All right. I want to first of all begin by sharing our Joy G page. Yes, I'm very happy. I'm very happy now because we are regaining balance. In fact, I wasn't happy yesterday. I was very upset because a number of unscrupulous sets of people. Well, I don't know if to say they are unscrupulous or would I say they are shallow-minded. I will refer to them as shallow-minded because they are working out of sync, and the administration is raising a community that think alike, behave alike, one body. Yes, that's what he's doing. So of course you can see from the charts that the price of Joy G is recovering. Now let me move into the main thing. The first thing the administration did was to welcome us. Yesterday was quite funny, concerning the meeting. It appears that CJ, which is the Chief Justice of the Simply Brilliant community, in the person of Bay Derrick, had his subscription expired, his Zoom subscription expired, and he had to renew it. And within that time, a whole lot of people were contemplating on what is the challenge, why am I not able to come into the meeting and all that. Then after a while, at about 4:15 or so, then people started coming into the meeting, and well, after about 4:30, I think a reasonable number of people came in, and then the administration began. He showed us the charts, he showed us the charts. He referred to this. Let me begin. He showed us people selling. All these reds are people selling. Intermittently, they sell off, and then they kept selling even after the administration had put it on the blog that people shouldn't sell. People should do their part to always huddle. Let me tell you something in this community, and I want us to understand this. We are going to change the world. Whether you are new in this community or you are not, if you are in this community, you are one of those that will change the world. And the tools that are required to make you change the world will be given to you in the course of time. One of those tools is ability to listen and act based on what you are listening to. And the person who is navigating us, the captain of this ship, at this point is one man who is Jack S. Freeman, or the administration of the Simply Brilliant community. And over time, those who pay attention and follow instructions will train, the administration will train them so that they can take over from him. The very first responsibility now that is given to you is do not allow the price of Joy G to go down. This is the very first responsibility given to you. The first one in the exchange, people didn't listen, it went down. Now, this is another one given to you. Please, I am giving out this call. I am I am craving your indulgence. I am asking you with all sincerity of heart to cooperate. Even if you cannot even if you cannot sell, or you don't know who to sell to in Joy G, come to me. I will buy it from you. Yes, you're hearing me. Come to me, I'll buy it from you. The only thing is that most people are given to quick term gratification, short term gratification. They don't want to make any effort. All they just want is go to the market and swap it. Your swapping it is one harmless thing to you, but to the community, it is causing our price to go down. And I would want us to understand this. Many of us are just acting out of our own. We see it as normal, but it's not normal. It's not normal. I would want us to work as a team. If you are listening and you are a member in this community, you must belong to a group. You must belong to a group that is willing to push the community forward. That is the truth. You can't be in isolation in this community. Our concept is a concept called Hydra. And Hydra are a group of, it's a kind of ancient story of a beast that has so many heads, but one body. And if you try to fight against the beast and somehow cut off one head, two will grow in its place. That's a concept. So you should have a group, and it is expected that that group is supposed to continue expanding. And each person that is added to the group as a new member should be trained and trained very well. How do you get this training? Come for mass adoption meetings. How do you get this training? Attend member helpers meeting. How do you get this training? Attend new member meetings. How do you get this training? Associate with a leader that knows what he's doing. There are so many leaders in this community that don't even know what they are doing. I'm sorry, pardon me for that, but it is true. So many leaders in this community are selfish. They are only after their own pockets, and that's all they want. And then you would find out their nature when you begin to associate with them. A simple thing, they begin to overcharge you. Beware of those leaders. They are not leaders that are there for their own, for the growth of the community. They are there for their own personal benefits. Now, moving back to this is Joy G, and this was what the administration was advising us. We should avoid selling. We continued to sell and we continued to drive the price down. We kept driving it down until it got to the point where admin had to block everything. Now, when he blocked everything, you can't bank again. One, only those who were lucky to make the first set of withdrawals were those that benefited. As at now, I speak to you, the withdrawal button has also been blocked till further notice. And every other thing has been blocked. And yesterday, well, it wasn't yesterday, as at the day before yesterday or so, I came to realize that those that has been coming to me, they were complaining that they've not gotten their buyback. I'm also part of those that hasn't gotten their buyback. But I came to understand that it is because those people has a reasonable chunk in their account. Before Joy G went down, I was using Joy G as a bank. What does that mean? It simply means that I do store my money in Joy G instead of storing my money in the bank. Yes, so I was able to have a reasonable chunk of Joy G in the bank. Sorry, in my MetaMask, and then the administration rug pulled Joy G, and then he now brought up he rug pulled Klove, and then brought up Joy G, and then we had to go back through a buyback process. And most of the people who had little amount of money in Klove were able to get their money double, triple. Let me use CJ, Chief Justice of the Simply Brilliant community. He had about, I think, $400 or so there. And by the time it came out, he had a reasonable amount of money. I think around that range. I can't remember exactly whether it was 200 that was there and it came out at about 400 or so. But the point I'm driving at is with whatever money you had in Klove, by the time it goes through the buyback process, under the consideration that the price of Joy G will keep going up and up and up, seeing that there is limited supply, high demand, you will only come out better at the top. That's what you come out as. So most of us who had those amount of money, it's our money, and the administration knows that it's our money. But at this point, the Joy G is very high. For instance, I had over $1,000 in my Klove, okay, and then it was rug pulled. Now, I was lucky to have known about Klove Gold. I didn't go through the conventional buyback process because before the administration brought up the buyback process, I had already gone through the normal process. When I went through the normal process, what was that? Swap. I swapped it directly. I'm talking of Klove Gold. When I did so, then I came out at the top. In fact, I was among the first 5 people on the blockchain, and I felt happy about it. And then that same day, which was on a Sunday, Somehow, the price of K-Love went down. The administration put on the blog, please don't buy. He made it clear. But some people that were lucky in their eyes or smart in their eyes decided to buy. I took note of a person that took about a $2,000 to buy K-Love Gold. And when they bought K-Love Gold, they were so happy about it. And they were hoping that the price would go back up. Even if it was $10, they would have made a hell of money. But administration being smarter knew that he couldn't control Joy K-Love Gold again. At that point, he couldn't control it. He wants to make sure that at least he controls the system so that people would not repeat the same thing that they did to K-Love. So he had to abandon that project and then decided to create Joygy within about 24 hours from when he launched K-Love Gold. And that was where my own problem began. Because as at that point, I had already moved to K-Love Gold, and K-Love Gold now looked worthless. So I became startled, I became concerned, I became disturbed. But in the course of mass adoption meeting, the administration made us understand that if you had already swapped to K-Love Gold, you just swap it back to K-Love and then follow the buyback process. And that if you swap back and you got less than what you should have, less than 50 cents, or with 50 cents, you can buy as much K-Love as you wish and then enroll in the buyback process because there is a screenshot of everybody's accounts. So the system will only take note of what you had before it was rug pulled. So for instance, if you had 20 and then somehow along the line you swapped it and you swapped back and it was less than that, just buy a little more, complete it to 20 so that it will be equal to what the system had before that problem began. So that was what I did. I decided to buy some extra K-Love and then I went through my buyback process. That was about 3 weeks ago, 3 weeks plus, 3 weeks Saturday. And when I went about it, I felt excited because I did what I was supposed to do, you know. But I felt bad because I'm someone that when opportunities in the community comes in, I take advantage of it. I know I won't lose, but I felt bad because I was lagging behind by 1 week. So it was 1 week after that event that I went through my buyback process. And then ever since then, I think today is 3 weeks plus, 3 weeks and 4 days, or 3 weeks and 3 days since the buyback process. And then after 3 weeks, most of the people that I helped in doing the buyback process, they got it back. But theirs were very small. In less than a week, they get it. In 1 week, highest, they get it. But mine exceeded that. I was like, why? And then after some time, I came to understand that I'm a whale in the system. Now, why do I call myself a whale? Because I have a reasonable amount. Let's say 1,000 plus, and it was about 900 plus when I entered the buyback process, and it has doubled. It has doubled twice. In fact, it has doubled 3 times. So you can picture what I'll be having by the time I'll be getting back my buyback process. Now, with that knowledge, the administration said, hold on. The number of people that are, in this category are not much. There are few. So administration says, hold on. Now, why did he say so? Is he selfish? Is he unfair? Is he wicked? The answer is no. The reason why he's doing it is because he knows that that money is our money. He knows that if we have the money, we may have to attend to some personal needs. And attending to such personal needs, we may thank the price of Joygy. So with that knowledge, he just asked us indirectly, even though he has not met us personally, but by his actions, he's just asking us to hold on for a while. And within a short time, he will release our coins. Now, in yesterday's mass adoption meeting, he told us that the buyback process will begin again when the price of Joygy gets to 4,000. I'm sure some of you that are listening to me were in the mass adoption meeting. So on that note, he said that the process will begin again when it gets to 4,000. Now, when it gets to 4,000, everybody that had their coins, I think it will be released. That's one. Now, secondly, he also said that once we get to 4,000, we move to next level, which is beginning goodwill. And then a whole lot of other things that has been planned out will begin to play out. Now, the question is, how long will it take us before we get to 4,000? It's dependent on you and I. It is dependent on members of the community. If you can just go out and bring in one person, if you can just go out and bring in one person and the person agrees to stay committed for 1 year, I can tell you that within now and the next 48 hours, it will get to 4,000. Yes, because at this point, admin is not selling. I don't even think he paid his programmers yesterday. I don't think so. So admin is not selling, and everybody can't sell as well. He's not even paying bounty. So individuals who bring in people to the community will not also get bounty, because as at now, he's just holding everything so that the price would naturally go up based on the number of people who come into the community. So it's you and I that can help us to make it happen. Once it gets to 4,000, then the administration will release our bounty. Once he releases our bounty, then we may need to have one more meeting. In fact, the administration yesterday said that he's going to blog about it. And once he blogs about it, it is expected that we cooperate and tell everybody, please don't sell. If you want to sell, go peer to peer. If you can't reach out to me because I'm from Nigeria, then look for someone close by. There is always somebody around you that will be willing to buy from you at a cost that is convenient for you. We don't just want this price to keep going down, because if this thing happens again after these instructions has been given and we get to 4,000 and then we drop down below 3,500, then it means the administration may be forced to take measures and identify people that are doing this and hold them back, at least for a while, until we've achieved our objective. I think that this Joy G is going to be the only way, or one of the ways, that we're going to advertise our community. And so many people will see how Joy G is performing. Of course, it is not behaving like Bitcoin or other coins in the market. This is a utility coin. It is purely driven by the concept of demand and supply. So when other coins are behaving somehow, or Bitcoin goes up and other coins goes up, Bitcoin goes down, other coin goes down, ours is different. We are different, we behave different, our operation is different. This is why we are not likely going to enter into the market soon until we have achieved our objective. And what's that objective? Attracting the bulk of humanity to see that we are unique, we are different. That is exactly what we want to. And when we have achieved it, then the rest is in the hands of the administration. I'm not in position to disclose the mind of the administration. The administration knows how best to drive this community to our destination. All right. So the first thing, I've said a few things. Now, one of the things the administration also talked about is, irrespective of the challenges we are facing, please don't fall out. Irrespective of whatever thing we are seeing, and then a number of people are complaining that they've been so dependent on the withdrawal, and you have to take responsibility. Let me tell you, being a billionaire involves a lot. And at the stage we are, we're not just a billionaire, we are going to be world powers. And I keep emphasizing world power. It is not evil to be recognized by humanity. It is not evil for you to have recognition. But where the evil comes in is, what energy are you giving to people who are looking at you and kind of idolizing you? Some people see you, they love you just because of the way you do things. They see you, they love you because you are a leader with style. There are people that are going to come up as excellent leaders over time. But with that position that you are you using it to glorify your creator, or you are using it to exalt yourself? That's one thing you should take note of, because a number of people are doing what they like, and God gave them that opportunity to affect lives positively. Don't use it for evil, use it for good. So this is the first thing I want to talk about, and I'm happy that we are coming up. I believe before the end of today, we should get to 3,000, and then soon we'll start moving towards 4,000. You and I can make it happen. Go out there, bring in someone. I'm making my efforts, and I've been bringing in a few people, and each person I bring in, we agree to stay committed for the next 1 year. Yes, I may not be bringing in hundreds of people at a time, because I am taking my time to filter the people I want to bring in. I don't want to bring in nuisance. Who are nuisance? Nuisance are people that just want to get. There are some people in the community that has money, but they don't even trust the system. The system the elite has given them has so programmed their mind. And I can tell you that those people are very poor. They may have financial wealth, but they are mentally poor. I've met such kind of people, and I just have to keep managing them. Now, I will manage them for as long as they decide not to change. And at some point, when I've been able to build a reasonable level of downlines who are intelligent, who are brilliant, who are smart, who understand our system, I may decide to start filtering some people that are my downlines who refuse to learn, who refuse to attend meetings, who refuse to learn the system. All they just want is, what does the system have to offer me? I'm going to be very careful because I'm going to build a very big corporation over time. And the corporations I'm going to build will be dependent on how many people are working with me as downlines. And that's also your responsibility to groom your downlines, because whichever corporation you see out there, whether it is Amazon, whether it is Facebook, whether it is Alibaba, for them to have stood to that point, they built a system. You also should build your system, and you should be able to work and in agreement with your team, who are your downlines, to plan things. You people are already wealthy and make things happen. We are going to get there at our economy phase. But for now, make sure you pay attention to the kind of people you are bringing in. Don't bring in people that all you want is to benefit. They pay their subscription fee and that is it. If you're not training your downlines, if you're not having sections with your downlines, you have failed. You have failed. You have to build your downlines first to be confident in you. If your downlines are not confident in you, they won't bring money out of their pocket because they know that you get 50% of it. You have to build that confidence. Secondly, trust. Your downline should trust you. If your downlines don't trust you, then it means you failed. As a father, if your children don't trust you, if you make promises and you don't keep to it, and they start doubting, and they start saying, are you sure that what you have said will happen? Once your children start saying that, then you have to work on your children because they are no more confident in your words. So it's all also applies to you being an upline and your downlines. You are a father figure to your downlines. And it doesn't matter the age difference. What matters is your reputation before them. So many people in this community are angry that they have an upline. And their upline has so deceived them that if they had their way, they want to do away with that upline. Please don't have that character. If you are someone listening to me, please don't have that character. Okay? All right. So I've talked about the fact that being in this community, don't fall out, irrespective of the challenge that we're having. Hold on, because at this point, it's not good. This is not going to be too long. The highest this will take is 1 week. Highest in 1 week we'll achieve our goal. And once we've achieved our goal, we move back to our default state. And I hope that the community will cooperate this time. I hope. All right. So that said, the administration also talked about the fact that we're going to fill out the rotator team, hopefully this year. The promo is still on. Now, let me stop sharing my screen and then go back to the Kringle Cash. All right, so I'm going back to the Kringle Cash. There are a few things I want to talk about in the Kringle Cash. I was talking about the April promo, okay? Hold on that. Now, are you looking at the Kringle Cash? I guess so. Are you seeing that there's something different? Remember, we're still rebranding. And I want us to please put this at the back of our mind. Nothing has changed. Nothing has changed, okay? The coins that will be distributed to members of the community are still going to be 1 billion. And it is going to be distributed to 1,111,111,111 active members of the community. Those who come in on time and are consistent will climb from nowhere to somewhere. It's going to happen that way. Some people came in as rotator team members. Now, as I speak to you, they're on the backup team. And if those on the core team are dilly-dallying, then they will be replaced. And we are getting strict and more strict by the day. So you are looking at it, you find out that the admin wallet has been removed. You've also found out that the number of active members in the community has been removed. But then some of you are saying, okay, let's see out how many people are in the community, and they're asking some questions. Let me just clarify us on some things. Now I'm reducing the screen so that we'll see some things. Okay, I may need to share my screen again. Okay, yeah, I'm sure we're seeing this, the membership chart. Now, looking at our membership chart, this membership chart is not correct. Please, for your information, our total number of people are 3 million. No, we are not 3 million. Okay, yeah, we are. We are 3,880,054. These are the numbers, but these are not the active members in the community. Okay, These are members that has existed in this organization, both active and inactive. We are rebranding very soon. We are going to move into the stage where it is going to be only the active members. You are going to see all these things happen. It will not happen by mistake. It will happen by accident. So moving back to this, of course, we see that this is what we are seeing now. And if you go into your marketing under core team section, you are now going to see the real active members that are in this community. That's these are all the active members in the community, the 11,111, the backup team 5,000, the rotator team, which are what we are feeling at this point, 11,094. And I like the fact that the number of people falling off the rotator team now are not that much. And those who are adding are those in the rotator team, which are going to get their rewards next year. As at now, they are about 2,065. Are we going to be able to fill out the rotator team this month? I don't know. It's in our hands. But one thing I don't want us to do is to bring in somebody that will fall off. Because if you bring in someone and his account expires, he is extending his reward by another 1 year. Some people say, oh, that's very challenging. No, it's not challenging. It's a choice to make. To become a billionaire, you must lay out the costs. You must plan what it takes to be a billionaire. We have a plan in this community, and those who get that are those who make their financial commitments, who are willing to learn and unlearn what they've already known. If they are not able to do that, then don't expect a miracle to happen. Okay? All right. So the administration says we should do our best to see how we can fill out the rotator team this year, this month, sorry, not this year, this month. Of course, it's going to be this year. And those who will come in will get the benefit next year. And I think it's a very short one. If you ask me, it's a very short one. I mean, 12 solid months. How about the people that are on the core team, which are a few of us that stayed for about 7 years? And the reason why I stayed in this community for 7 years was from when I came in, I understood the vision of the administration. I believed it from my heart. And those who have always known me have seen that I've been consistent. Even though I have not always been coming for broadcasts, but I've been consistent. Even if I've been so busy doing my own personal things, I've been consistent because I know that the concept of the community is based on truth. How to get a billion active members is going to be, it's not going to be, it's not, we don't have what you call a white paper, but we are going to continue to follow the path of least resistance till we get there. Most people ask, where's your white paper? We don't have a white paper, okay? And we are only following the path of least resistance. We are understanding that we are in a war against the elites. And if we do not do what we are supposed to do, and we don't follow the path of least resistance, then they can come for us. And we are not going to allow that to happen. Yes, we are going to do our part to make sure that it never happens. Okay, so be rest assured that whatever decision made by the administration is made for a purpose and not from a selfish point of view. Some of you will be negatively affected. And once you are negatively affected, you will say, oh, the administration is unfair. Yes, like a downline of mine. The downline of mine made a withdrawal yesterday. This downline of mine doesn't attend meetings. The individual I'm referring to is a very, very, very good professional in his own field. He has been trained and tutored in the concept and in the wisdom of the elites. And I tell you that someone that is so informed about the elite system can never comprehend what we are doing. In fact, they will see what we are doing as foolishness. I'm sorry, but that's the truth. From my experience, those who are having PhD degrees, who are having masters in several courses, when they see what we do, they see us as a joke. That's from what I've seen. And I don't think what I'm saying is different from what other people are experiencing. So instead of going for those kind of people, I go for individuals who are on the middle class, who have an open mind. Those are the kind of people I go for. People who are open to change. And those are people that are neglected. But well, if they are neglected, in our community, we don't neglect them. We work with them because those ones, even though they may appear foolish, they will come up at the top being wise. So there is this slogan the admin uses. He said the first will become the last. Who are the first? The elites, the educated ones, the informed ones, those who don't miss CNN news, those who don't miss British Broadcasting Channel news, BBC, and all those wonderful news, Al Jazeera, You're so informed. You've been programmed to think like the way the elites want you to. And then you see this program, you laugh at us and say, oh, you guys are joking. Was it funded by the World Health Organization? No. Was it funded by UNICEF? No. Was it funded by World Bank? No. So who is sponsoring you? We are funding it ourselves. And you think you will stand? They laugh. Now, those are the people that will be dumbfounded in another 2, 3 years from now, because they will be like, how could this happen? Yes. Now, if you're listening to me and you're part of us, I want you to be strong, because when you come out at the top, people will begin to marvel at the kind of person you are, or the kind of person you will be. This is something I knew 7 years ago, and I put my head. As I then, so many people were doing so many things in the community, but I knew that is a phase, it will pass. This phase as well will pass. So if you are listening to me, hold on, don't give up, because so many of you are really contemplating it. Is it worth it? Yes, it is worth it. Just hold on, okay? All right, so admin said he's steering us out of the iceberg, because it looks like we are going towards the iceberg, and he's steering us out of it. We are not the Titanic ship, okay? We are not going to crash. So he's steering us out, and we're moving towards the right path. We're moving away from the iceberg. In 24 hours or so from now, we are not going to be around an icy environment. We're now going to be on pure water, and we'll keep navigating to the promised land, okay? All right, so finally, he said he's in a haste to start up Goodwill, because we have stayed the first quarter, we're moving to the second quarter, and that he wants the Goodwill to begin as soon as possible. Remember, he has his plans, and it is dependent on us to make it happen. All we need, go out and bring in one person. We're not asking for 2 people or 3 people, just one person. If all those on the core team and backup team brings in only one person, I think we can achieve it. Some of us will bring more than one. Some will bring in 5, some will bring in 10. But make sure you are telling them the truth. If at any point they discover that you lied to them, then it makes our community look like a group of fraudulent sets of people. And some people are already carrying that initiatives. And that's what I don't want to happen. Tell the truth and let your words speak for you. Let your character speak for you. I'm not afraid of telling you that you need to pay $400 to be in this community for at least 1 year. Some people are saying $400. Isn't that too much? No, let me tell you, it's even more than $400. We are going to go about it now, so that you will see that the truth can only set you free. The truth can make you free. So let me stop sharing my screen and then finalize by sharing it one more time, so that we see. Some people don't even know how to calculate subscription fee. And if you are in the community, you haven't been able to pay your subscription fee by yourself, it means you're not ready for this process. You have to learn. And I want to use this opportunity to educate you. Okay, so this is 8 grains of gold. All of us know it's 8 grains. Billionaire subscription fee, 8 grains. Now, 8 grains of gold is $33. As at now, the price of gold is going up, and it's going up fast. Who knows? 8 grains of gold may cost $40 by the end of this year, because I am sure that bank runs will soon start. More bank runs. Some of us are saying, nah, that's not true. Well, let's allow time to speak. Time shall tell. Now, 8 grains of gold but if you go for 8 grains of gold, you are not going to get $33, because when you are converting your money into BNB, there are going to be transaction charges, and you must have to accommodate for transaction charges. So you should only go for 9 grains of gold. 9 grains of gold is okay. But then, if you are a cash center, you also have to have a little stipend for rendering service. That's where 10 grains of gold come in. Let me say it again. Original price is 8 grains of gold. As an individual that wants to pay his subscription fee himself, please use 9 grains of gold, so that by the time you have paid, there will be a little extra left in your MetaMask. It is better to have a little extra left than for you not to have enough to pay. It's not going to be nice. So as an individual, go for 9 grains. Now, as a cash center, 10 grains is what you need. So that means you're having a grain. 1 grain is your profit. Now, this is not a profit-making system. I mean, paying subscription fee is it's a humanitarian responsibility. If you are extorting those who are coming to you pay subscription fee, it's not a good one. Just help them. 1 grain of gold is a fair amount of money to collect. At least you can use that to buy biscuits or buy sweets, or just buy something nice. Let's not look at it from the point of view of what I can gain. Okay, so total cost is about 10 grains of gold. This is as a cash center. As an individual, 9 grains of gold. Now, convert it to whichever currency of your choosing, whether it is naira, whether it is yuan, whether it is Australian dollar, whichever currency of your own choosing, you know how to go about it. But I'm showing us this so that we can know how to do it ourselves. Okay. All right. So this is a summary. Some people asked questions yesterday. Some people were asking about admin. When are we going to get our buyback process? I've already explained. If you've not gotten it, you are a whale. You have to exercise patience until we get to $4,000 per coin, and then the administration will review it and then give it back to you. You know, I'm one of the people in the community that has made what you call a substantial level of investment, and most of my resources are in the system. I'll tell you the truth. Well, I'm not perturbed, I'm not bothered, because I will get it back much better. Yes, it's like you plant a seed, you plant a mango seed, you don't get a mango seed, you get a tree of several mangoes. I've been able to enjoy the exchange. When I'll be getting back that exchange, whatever thing I've put there was the seed I planted. Do you think I'll get it back exactly how it is? No, because Joy G, K Love, which is now Joy G, will be converted to GGR, and it will be converted at a certain price. The administration knows the price, but we've paid the price. We waited, and we did not use the money. The administration will also make sure that we are happy for leaving that money there for a while. Yes. Now, it may not be too big, but it will be also very small. For instance, if we've been able to leave out $5,000 there, we may be getting 5,500 in return. That's a kind of compensation for leaving it for that long. Now, I speak my mind. This is not the mind of the administration. It is the mind I'm speaking. But to have left it for that long, man, it's a worthy sacrifice. Some other people too put their money in their staking. Some people put in 5,000, $1,000. Some people put in $500, and it's over 2 months. Well, very soon the staking will start. And let us not think that the money will just disappear. It won't disappear. And I don't want you to think that, the administration will give us stories. You will get it back. I put in some money there and I'll get my money back. As at now, I'm having an excess of $200 interest. Yes, because I put in $1,000. And I know that after another 30 days, I get $300. I intend leaving that money there for 1 year. As simple as that. And I don't see another place where I can put my money and be confident that it will gain. This community is all I see and I believe. And I'm not afraid to say it out. And I tell people, but the problem is people have a program already running on their head. For them to debunk that program and then install a new operating system is the challenge they're having. I advise you to come into this community. If you are still contemplating and you are listening to this video, or you are afraid, you will not lose anything if you are a member here. I can give you 100% assurance. Okay. So some people have said, admin, when will the exchange begin? Admin said, calm down, we're working on it. And a number of people made suggestions so that people don't fall off during their question section. And the administration said he has taken note of it. I want you to know that admin listens to us. And when he listens, he takes necessary measures. Sometimes those measures are not friendly to everybody, but it is for the collective good of our community. All right. On that note, I'll be bringing this meeting to a close. Sorry, I'll stop sharing my screen because I'm good to go. All right. So this is it. I made a summary of yesterday's mass adoption meeting, and I hope that we will take note of all I've said. Now, let me quickly run through the updates. This is Brother Matthias. There are some people that enjoy listening, and these are people that will come out at the top because they are not tired of learning. This guy was in the mass adoption meeting yesterday, but he still didn't see anything wrong in still coming to learn. Now, that's wisdom. Wisdom is being able to learn and keep learning and don't get tired of learning. And I give him a high kudos. He's from Uganda. Sometime in life, we are going to meet, we are going to interact, because these are the kind of people that I want in the community. He has been doing a good job. So well done, Brother Matthias. I do appreciate. And Richard Afia, good morning, brother. Thank you for your good work. I'm always happy to hear from you. Keep it up. You're welcome, sir. And also this lady that has been diligent also in following my broadcast. I also appreciate. Good morning. And some people have not yet got the withdrawal button. Where do you think the problem is? The withdrawal button is because if you've not been able to get your withdrawal button, it means you've not been able to bank enough. You have to bank every day so that you should be able to get something worthwhile. Now, admin gave it some time for people to bank, at least 2 weeks. If you've been banking $3 for 2 weeks, you should be able to have your withdraw button. If you've not gotten it, it means the individual involved was not consistently banking. So I want you to just get that. If you are here and you didn't have your withdraw button, it means you didn't bank enough. And the system designed it in such a way that you can't have your bank button and your withdraw button at the same time. So the banking had to be suspended and the withdraw button was there. And I don't know how it's going to be when it comes back on, but I hope we cooperate. I hope I answered your question, Madam Kanye. And then my beloved brother, sir, thanks so much for the updates. You're very welcome, sir. It's a pleasure. So if you have your questions to ask, you can ask your questions now. But if you don't have any questions to ask, then I think that'll be the end of the summary for the mass adoption meeting of yesterday. I really love your positive energy, our ambassador, and only positive people will succeed in this community. Most of the negative people are already dropouts. They will drop out. This is a school, and there is a way a school is. We know that this is a school, and not everyone who goes to, of course, for instance, myself, I'm an engineer. Okay, I studied civil engineering, and I'm structures based. That's my specialization. Okay, now I went into school, and you know how the education system in Nigeria is. Some engineering courses, some people average amount of time to spend is 5 years. Some people spend 6 years, some 7 years because of challenges. The challenges could come from the system, the challenges could come from them. Yes. So not everybody that enters into school with you, that same set, will graduate with you. Some will graduate 2 years later, but some will graduate when they are supposed to. So I finished from my school. I graduated when everyone was supposed to graduate. And then immediately after that, I was lucky to have gotten a job. And then I continued life, and I'm still where I am. And I'm making progress. But I know that wherever I am, it won't take so long. I'll have to move out and then become a full-time member in the Simply Brilliant community, because the economy is going to get harsher and harsher. So I'll quickly move out and then move into this. By then, we would have built a formidable system. Our rotator team would have been filled out. Well, as always, Nigeria, they've taken their lights, electricity. It's unfortunate. I look forward to a time where we are going to correct this anomaly. It's not as if there are no resources. There are resources. There are enough, more than enough resources. But it was all a plan to keep Nigeria underdeveloped. Nigerians will change it. It also applies to some other countries. You know what your challenges are. Together, we are going to change it. I don't like the fact that I'm making a broadcast and then they took the light on me. It's unfortunate. All right. So thanks so much. I've got you well. So I'll be bringing this meeting to a close, seeing that I've not seen any questions. I want to presume that we all understand what we're saying. Please, let's be united. Let's do our part. I don't know. Everybody has what they have to do in the community. Make sure you do your parts, okay? So Tiola, I'll be coming your way again some other time as updates come in. Most likely tomorrow, because I think that admin will put up a blog very soon. And when he puts up the blog, let me see if the blog is available. Just give me a while. All right, the blog is not yet available. What is on the blog at this point is 26 days left in 1,000 coin promo. So let's do our part to spread the good news, okay? So till I'll be coming your way again some other time. It's a pleasure. Do well to like, do well to share, do well to subscribe. Let's unite our community and let's take it to the expected end, okay? We can do it. Cheers and God bless you. Bye. Bye for now.